Your Boston did something today that you may have completely missed. Not because you do not love them, and not because you are a bad owner, but because Bostons speak in a language most humans were never taught to understand. Welcome to Boston Terrier Land. Subscribe right now, because what you are about to learn may permanently change the way you look at your Boston Terrier. Today, we are going to uncover 7 behaviors and 7 quiet secrets your Boston may have been trying to tell you for years. And we are starting with one of the most common signs almost every Boston owner sees, but very few understand correctly. Secret 1. Why does your Boston sit on your feet? Not beside you, not across the room, not simply near your chair, but directly on your feet. That exact spot matters more than you think. Your feet carry one of the strongest versions of your scent, and to your Boston's sensitive nose, that scent is not just a smell. It is comfort, identity, safety, and home. When your Boston sits on your feet, they are not only looking for warmth or attention, they are wrapping themselves in the most familiar version of you. But there is also a deeper emotional layer. When your Boston presses their body against yours, that physical contact helps them feel secure, especially when there are strangers, noise, tension, or uncertainty in the room. So when your Boston plants themselves on your feet and refuses to move, they may be saying something very simple. You are my safe place and I want to stay close to you. Secret 2. Why does your Boston growl when you wake them up? This behavior scares many owners, but it is often misunderstood. When your Boston is in deep sleep, their brain is not fully ready to recognize what is happening around them. If you touch them suddenly, their instinct may respond before their conscious mind catches up. That low growl does not always mean anger. Sometimes it simply means, I was startled and I do not know what is happening yet. Then, a few seconds later, you may notice their eyes soften, their body relax, or their tail begin to move. That is the moment your Boston realizes it is you. Punishing this reaction can create fear around sleeping near you, which can make the problem worse over time. Instead, use your voice first, say their name softly, give them a moment to wake up and let their brain return slowly. A peaceful wake-up teaches your Boston that resting near you is still safe. Secret 3. Why does your Boston sneeze while playing? This one is actually beautiful. When your Boston sneezes during rough play, it is often not random at all. It can be a social signal, almost like your Boston is saying, do not worry, this is still play. During exciting play, Bostons may growl, chase, nip gently, jump, or wrestle in a way that looks intense from the outside. But that little sneeze helps keep the moment friendly. It resets the mood and tells the other person or animal that the energy is playful, not serious. This is why a Boston who sneezes during play may actually be showing good social awareness. They are trying to keep the connection safe. The next time your Boston sneezes during playtime, do not ignore it. You are watching your Boston communicate in one of the cutest and most natural ways possible. Secret 4. Why will your Boston only eat when you are in the room? The food is there, your Boston is hungry, but somehow they wait until you come back before taking the first bite. To humans, this can seem needy or confusing, but to your Boston, eating is a vulnerable moment. When an animal eats, their focus drops, they are distracted, and they are not watching the environment as carefully. Your presence makes that moment feel safer. Your Boston may not be asking permission in the way humans imagine. They may simply feel calmer when their trusted person is nearby. In their mind, you are the one who makes the room feel protected enough to relax. However, if your Boston refuses to eat unless you are always there, it can become stressful when you are away. You can help by slowly building independence. Stay nearby at first, then step away for a few seconds, then a little longer over time. The goal is not to make your Boston feel abandoned. The goal is to help them feel safe even when you are not standing right beside the bowl. Secret 5. Why does your Boston suddenly sprint around the house like something is wrong? Nothing is wrong, and in fact, something may be very right. Those wild bursts of running, spinning, jumping, and sliding across the floor are often called zoomies. They happen when built-up energy suddenly needs a way out. Your Boston Terrier may live in a comfortable home, but their body still carries instincts for movement, excitement, play, and emotional release. After a bath, after a quiet evening, or after a tense moment in the house, that energy can burst out all at once. For a few minutes, your Boston may look completely out of control. Then suddenly, they collapse, breathe deeply, and fall asleep like nothing happened. In many cases, zoomies are a normal reset for the body and nervous system. Your job is not to panic. Your job is to move anything breakable, keep the space safe, and let your Boston enjoy that short burst of freedom. Secret 6. Why does your Boston lie on your suitcase? This one can quietly break your heart. Your Boston knows patterns. They know when shoes mean a walk, when keys mean leaving, and when a suitcase means something bigger. To your Boston, the suitcase is not just luggage. It is a warning sign that you may disappear. So when they lie on it, climb into it, or press their body against your clothes, they are not being dramatic. They are trying to stay connected to you in the only way they understand. Your clothes carry your scent, and your scent is emotional security. By lying on your suitcase, your Boston may be trying to mix their scent with yours, hold on to you, or stop the leaving process altogether. If your Boston becomes anxious around luggage, do not punish the behavior. Instead, help them slowly learn that a suitcase does not always mean panic. Bring it out sometimes without leaving, place treats near it, and let it become normal. To your Boston, that small change can make travel feel much less terrifying. Secret 7. Why does your Boston lick you? This is the behavior many owners think they understand, but it has more meaning than most people realize. When your Boston licks you, it can be affection, comfort, greeting, bonding, or even a way of gathering information. Licking begins early in life as a sign of care and safety. So when your Boston licks your hand, your face, or your arm, they may be connecting with one of the oldest emotional signals they know. They are saying, "You are part of my world." Sometimes licking after you come home is also about scent. You've been outside, around unfamiliar places, people, and smells. Your Boston is learning where you have been and reminding themselves that you still belong together. Of course, constant licking can sometimes mean anxiety, discomfort, or a habit that needs attention. But gentle licking, especially during greetings or quiet moments, is often one of the clearest signs of attachment. Your Boston is not just touching you, they are speaking to you. And once you understand these behaviors, your Boston begins to look different. Not strange, not stubborn, not dramatic. Just deeply emotional, deeply observant, and constantly trying to communicate in a language built from scent, touch, movement, trust, and love. So the next time your Boston sits on your feet, sneezes during play, runs through the house, lies on your suitcase, or licks your face when you come home, pause for a moment. There may be a message hidden inside that behavior, and your Boston may have been waiting their whole life for you to finally understand it. If this changed how you see your Boston Terrier, share it with someone whose Boston deserves to be understood. Subscribe to Boston Terrier Land and comment which behavior your Boston does the most.